Oh. Are you both in there? Okay.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for waiting. We're back here with Christen Westphal and Jaedyn Shaw, and they're going to give their quick thoughts on this upcoming match on Friday. And then we'll open up for questions. Christen, do you want to go first?
Sure. I think we're all super excited for another game at Snapdragon. It's our last game of the season, so it's a big one for us, and we know that, but it's just another game that we have another opportunity to learn and grow as a team as we head into playoffs. So I think we're just really excited, preparing for it, and just ready for it to be Friday.
Yeah, I agree with everything that Chris said. I think that we're all just super excited and, just ready to get playing in Snapdragon again. It was an amazing environment, so we're excited to get back.
Questions too.
The significance of this game is it's the last game of the regular season, but there's some playoff implications here. What's the thought going in to the game as far as how you guys play? Either way.
I think just getting the most amount of points that we can out of this game would help us. And yeah, I think just going out and doing our best.
Yeah, I think, highest priority is getting 3 points. I think we know we can do that if we show up and play how we know how to play and trust in ourselves and each other. And if we show up and play our best, I have no doubt that we are capable of getting 3 points.
And I guess from what I heard, there's possibility of home field advantage, correct? If you win on that.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's huge. And we would obviously love that. So we just, again, need to show up and be our best selves. And I think we can accomplish that.
Thank you.
You mentioned Snapdragon. Game number 2, Snapdragon. What did it do for you guys? The brand new stadium, the fans, the whole bit. What did it do for you on the field?
I think for me, it helps me keep going, knowing that there's people out there that genuinely want you to succeed. It makes you want to just push harder and keep going and make that last ditch effort.
Yeah, I agree.
Home field advantage there, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Frank.
So Jaedyn, first thing I want to ask you about this is that you made history, but I want you to talk to me about what's that like for you? Because just being able to start being your age, no matter what age, being on this team, just talk to me. What was going through your head when you found out that you made history? Talk to me.
I think, just being here is an amazing opportunity for me, being able to play in the league, being able to be in this environment with these kinds of players and coaching staff. I think it's just me trying to take as much advantage of it as I can, just learn from it and grow. And I think being able to play in a stadium like Snapdragon and in front of fans like San Diego has, I think it's just, a dream come true. And my mindset is just pushing forward. There's no ceiling, just, trying to, go as far as I can.
And even though, I'm going to be doing a story about you, I want you to talk to me. I want you to talk to me just a little bit about both of y'all, of how, you talked about it earlier with Coach Stoney when she was out here about, the expansion team, nobody saw this coming, but you guys did. That's the whole thing. I feel like that's the theme of this whole season. It's we're not surprised. So talk to me about how you guys are just focused in getting over that expansion team. We're here.
Yeah, I think, that's very true. I think as an expansion team, people didn't think we were capable of much, and I think their expectations were actually very low. And I think we just took that as fuel, and we're gonna make history, and we know the players we have here, we know the staff we have here, we know the support we have here, and we know that we can accomplish things that teams that have been established for much longer can accomplish as well. And we didn't take that as a way out or as an excuse. We just took it and used it as fuel, and we're gonna smash every low expectation and set the bar for further and expansion teams to come. So yeah, we've always believed in ourselves. So
Yeah, I think with me coming in later, it was definitely something that I noticed, just team, there's no boundaries. There's just you just go and do as much as you can and, make history. This team is a history making team. And I think that, everybody has bought into that.
Patty? Patty, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Cut me off guard there.
Sorry.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my question. This is for Jaedyn. Jaedyn, a couple months under your belt now, and you talk about learning and growing, and you've already kind of made your mark. But what are some of the things, like I was talking to Coach earlier, and she said like Sophia Jakobsen's like game prep is like, you know, top tier. And is that something that you learned from, or what are some of the things that you've been able to learn from players like Sophia and Alex and even Christen?
Yeah, I think these women take so much care of their bodies and like just preparing for games and making sure that they're in tip-top shape for, you know, the game coming on the weekend. And I think just like seeing that and learning, you know, what works for me and what doesn't is just, you know, it's a great opportunity.
Thank you. Oh, follow-up. Can I get a quick follow-up, Bernadette? Sorry.
Go
Just
for
a quick follow-up. Have you gotten any advice from any of these players? Have they taken you under their wing and given you some good advice that that kind of like resonates?
I think the thing that I get the most is just have fun and, you know, enjoy the moment. I think, you know, after the game, after I scored in Snapdragon, you know, Alex just told me just take it in and enjoy the moment. And yeah, just, you know, try to do it as much as I can.
That's awesome. Good luck this weekend. Appreciate it.
Alicia?
Thank you. Hi to both of you. Thanks for your time. I wanted to ask, kind of related to Patty's question about, you know, being in the best shape possible, being prepared. You're coming to the end of the season. It's been a long season, but you have the playoffs ahead. Taking care of your bodies and trying to avoid injury. There's been a couple injuries in the last couple weeks, you know, to the team. So how do you sort of mediate, you know, this stretch of the year in trying to stay healthy, but also trying to, you know, give it your all and go for the win every time you're out there?
Yeah, I think like Jaedyn touched on, it's just game prep and managing yourself like every day. And it's just making that a priority and knowing what your personal body needs and making sure you're accountable for doing those things that are going to set you up to be able to perform on the weekend. So that looks different for everybody. But I think at this stage, at this level, everyone is aware of what they need. So I think it's just taking it upon themselves to make sure they do that 100% so that we can continue to stay healthy and continue to perform as we go into the playoffs. So
Is there a mental component to it though, where you're sort of like, okay, maybe I don't go as hard into this challenge as I would otherwise, or you really can't play like that? You have to kind of go all out, or, you know, like, is there a mental side where you need to sort of like rein it in a little bit when you get to this part of the year?
I would say there's a mental aspect outside of practice. Like I think we all practice as if we're competing and we're playing, but I take the mental aspect outside of soccer and I just really make sure there's times where I can unplug and do things that fulfill me outside of soccer so that I can recharge and be able to show up and give it my all every practice and every game. So I think there is a mental aspect, but at least for me personally, it isn't within in practice or anything like that. It's more outside of taking care of my mental health and stuff outside of soccer.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to wrap it up here. And thank you to Christen and Jaedyn so much. And hopefully see you all on Friday at the game. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Of course.